What's going on, everybody? My name is Terminus, and today we are going to look at Monster, the next episodes. Episode or episodes, we'll see. Last episode of Monster was more of a calm episode, and I really like that because sometimes we just need room to breathe, especially in a series that is a little bit more extensive, right? That has a little bit more depth to it, that has a lot of different themes that are going on. We can't have constant breakneck pace episodes like you do have in other anime, like I don't know if you look at like Trigger anime or something, Kill la Kill or Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Those are anime that go just absolutely balls to the walls, crazy throughout all of the episode that are available. But for this episode, for this series, you do have more of a calm approach, and I do think that is very important, that we do have that room to breathe, that room to fill out backstories, to fill out stuff that maybe we didn't pay too much attention to, but we asked ourselves, right? We were like, okay, so where was Nina the last couple, like 6 months or something? How did she learn how to use a gun, right? All of these things, and they get filled in, and we do learn important lessons, right? And focus on specific themes, in this case, empathizing with a person, and like, what does it take to for you to kill a person, right? What does it take for you to actually manage to do that? And what obstacles get in your way in this regard, right? What is human nature when it comes to that, and how can that be achieved? And obviously, with as with most heinous acts, we do get into disassociating, right? Distancing yourself emotionally from concepts. But as soon as these concepts creep into our mind, we're starting to worry about them, right? This person has a similar habit as I do, right? And now I do experience some kind of sensory empathy, right? Like it was in the case of Mr. Rosso, who suddenly tasted the coffee with the 5 spoons of sugar that he always took, as the other person, like the target he potentially had, was adding sugar to the coffee. And that was when he started to realize, right, humanize the actual target and saw them as a living, breathing human being. And now it gets difficult, right? Because now it's not just a job, it is a person with a life that is conceptually something completely different. Now, why did it take him so long to actually realize that? I don't know, right? People detach themselves, and sometimes they're very, like, brutally efficient at doing so, right? It isn't just like you starting to become a killer or something. It's also sometimes just the simple things, right? Like you having a lot of stress or having a lot of problems in life, or having to deal with certain individuals in your day-to-day, and you detach yourself maybe from suffering, right? If you're working in a job where you're dealing a lot with people who have rough times, right? Be that hospital work or any other kind of doctor's work, or any kind of work where you are taking care of people, right? You do have that a lot in facilities that take care of older people, or of young children that have developmental issues, where people just at some point, because they feel a lot for these people. I'm sorry, by the way, I just adjusted the cable. Because they feel a lot for these people, at some point they're just emotionally so exhausted that they start to check out, right? That they have to distance themselves, otherwise they can't do it. It's the same for, like, for example, criminal investigators, when they're investigating homicides primarily, and they start making dark right, jokes about it. And some other people from the outside, they would seem that, like, to them it would maybe seem like this is very insensitive, but for them it's a coping mechanism, right? It's a way to distance themselves from the actual act and find a way to process this without destroying themselves in the process. But yeah, very nice how we do see these themes sometimes being really focused on, which is a nice thing, and it prepares us kind of for what's gonna come up for Nina long term. What's gonna be the case for her? What's gonna be the primary problem for her, maybe too. But But yeah, let's get into episode 19 of Monster and see what we have. Already curious. I think it's a Tenma episode, or yeah, it's Tenma focused at least. If the preview is anything to go by, but I'll get into it. Hey, little disclaimer right here. I'm actually doing something new with my videos. I'm gonna be saying this at the end of the video as well, as to make sure that all of you guys and girls actually get to know this. This is actually the reaction portion of the video, right? This is my reaction video. But if you wanna see more in-depth discussions actually about the episode that I'm reacting to, there's gonna be a discussion video that is separate from the reaction video, and I'll be linking to that video right over here in the upper right hand corner of the video, as well as at the end of the video after the Patreon credits and all of that, and in the description down below. So if you want to check that out, I would really appreciate you listen to my ramblings about the episode and about my musings in general. I will often include stuff like talk about psychology, what we can connect to that, talk about animation and what I really loved about it, because as a fan of anime for a long time, I'm obviously also having an eye for that, right? Talk about like frame setting, photography, maybe even dialogue and narrative design and all of that stuff. So if that is something for you, if you are interested in that, go check that out. The reason I separate those videos is not that important. If you want to know a little bit more about that, go check out my update video that I recently did, which is the June, July, August update video. And I do hope you enjoy this reaction. Alright, Monster episode 19 starts in a 3, a 2, a 1. Look at that, cassette tapes. No, a common problem among like investigators and stuff, at least if you want to believe the media. Oh, he's a doctor, I didn't know that. Right. And I assume he's talking to a criminal, probably. At least that's how it looks. Okay, so killer. In a way, we're all researchers, right? Okay, so this is a guy who is into criminal investigation, maybe even into like forensic psychology or something along those lines. Which is a very interesting field. Albeit like a very small field, mind you. Like it's very niche when it comes to like the general how many people are employed in it, especially in Europe. Like maybe a little bit more in America and all of that, but in Europe there's not that many people. 16 to 18. Sexual sadism. Yeah, something that doesn't fit into the pattern. Interesting. The friend gonna get murdered here, or? Ooh, it sounds like Tenma. Okay, so he's got contacts. Yeah, he's on the run, kind of. Maybe not you.
金かい。
いや、違うんだ。君は犯罪心理学の権威だと聞いている。
Alright.
その君に見てもらいたいものがあるんだ。
And he's gonna forward the case of Johan.
僕を見て、僕の中のモンスターがこんなに大きくなったよ、ドクター・テンマ。
Is it real or is it not? This is what he's looking into, right? He does want to know if this is just Johan manipulating us or
そのヨハンこそが院長殺害の真犯人であり、世話になった養父母を次々と殺し、今のようなメッセージを残して再び姿を消した。
Is it a believable story?
探し出さなきゃならない。
そして一刻も早く君の身の潔白を証明したい。
The time's ticking, of course, for him. It's hard to actually assess that at somebody.
ある名門大学医学部にトップでなければ気が済まない男がいた。
Tenma, huh?
一人の日本人学生が編入し、男の立場は一変した。
Oh, it was him.
社交的ですぐみんなの人望を集めた。
And that's
それまでトップを走っていた男を前期試験であっさり引きずり下ろしたのだ。後期試験、男はトップの座を奪還するのに必死になった。ところが、最後のテストは男が大の苦手とする法医学概論だった。
medical law.
までの努力は水の泡だ。
Did he resort to cheating?
手段に出た。
Oh no.
ところが、
Tenma didn't like that, but he wouldn't be somebody who snitched.
誰にも言わなかった。
I thought so.
見事にトップに返り咲いた。君の言うところの多重人格か
So far.
ある人格が犯罪を犯し、別のある人格がそれを止めようとしていると言い。
I mean, that's how it seems on the surface level.
連続殺人者の犯行現場にこの手のメッセージが残された例はある。だが、時としてそれは罪を逃れるための方便の可能性もある。
Exactly.
そこを見極めるのが私たち精神分析医の腕の見せ所なんだ。大抵の人は連続殺人犯が内向的な人間だと誤解しているが、それは、
Especially back in the day you thought that, right?
知能が高く社交的で話のうまい人間もいる。彼らは大嘘つきなんだよ。
Oh, about all of them, but a lot of them.
彼にもてあそばれているのか。
It might be.
まあ待ちたまえ、結論を急ぐのは良くない。もっとゆっくりヨハンの話を聞かせてくれないか。実は3年前に離婚してね。いや、正確には妻に逃げられたんだがね。
Oh, and this is where our recording starts.
興味深い話だったよ、天馬。この件は徹底的に研究してみたい。1週間もしたら連絡をくれ。この男、どう思う？
He's asking the serial killer. Okay.
彼の言う怪物。
怪物はいるか。確かにいるよ。君の中にも彼の中にも私の中にだって怪物はいる。
やめろ。机上の論理で。怪物はこの世に存在すると言っているんだ。
Maybe he has some knowledge.
そういう目で私を見るな。
Don't lose your composure in front of a person who is.
私は軽蔑されるのが嫌いだ。回収を。
怖いか。怖いか。だがね、世の中にはもっと恐ろしいものがあるんだ。いいことを教えてやるよ。
奴は確実にあなたの元へやってくるんでしょうな。
And the police knows about it now. Holy shit.
たちに連絡しますよ。ただし、逮捕後も彼を私の研究材料として提供していただきたい。
Ambition.
非常に興味深い犯罪者なのでね。
So he doesn't believe him from the get-go, which I find very sad to think about it. I mean, obviously it's still possible, right? Even for us as audience. We do have a subjective point of view.
𝗠𝘂𝘀𝗶𝗰の屋敷に行ってみろ。地下の物置だ。
Alright, camp.
怪物がいるという証拠がそこにある。
What connection does this killer have with Johann? Maybe I picked that up wrong, but that's how I understood it.
ああ、ぜひ会いたいね。じゃ、待ってるよ。天馬と約束を取り付けました。
And
夜8時にオーデル公園の噴水前です。
I don't know how careful Tenma's gonna be, right?
私は今、犯行当日のユルゲンスの侵入ルートを検証している。そして、夫人の帰宅直後、2階のベッドルームに押し入り、犯行に及んだ。
Why does this murder not fit into the pattern?
何の変哲もない。ただ、
A shovel?
写真立てだ。
Hmm.
ケンプ夫人が写っている。
She has blonde with blue eyes. I mean, that's not unusual, but... Creepy doll, alright.
人形か。何の異常も見当たらない。ユルゲンスの言う怪物の証拠などここにはない。やはり12件目の殺人は捜査撹乱のために行ったのだ。彼はある友人の依頼で行ったと自供している。
I don't know, you're not very thorough, my man.
ことで、
What did you hear? I was certainly creeped out by the dolls. Oh, he's playing it?
俺は子供の頃、母親に毎日折檻された。そこには、お袋の大事にしていたでかい人形があった。
Hmm.
髪の長い女の子の人形。
Was this his mother? But that is very... I mean, he has black hair, right?
ニヤニヤ笑っているだけだった。しかもその物置は俺のお袋の写真でいっぱいだった。どこを見てもお袋、お袋、お袋。
The glasses, the black hair.
ユルゲンスはここを自分で子供時代の物置そっくりに作り変えたというのか。
Is Miss Camp actually his mother, or is she not? I mean, he looks very much like the guy.
これは子供の頃のユルゲンスじゃない。
It looks like posted in, though.
子供時代にケンプ夫人との接点はないはずだ。なんだこの写真は。
Photo looks like doctored. Question is, who is the... Oh! And who is the child?
これも。
Okay, so who was the original?
ケンプ夫人に子供はいなかったはずだ。
I mean, I have an inkling.
お前は誰なんだ。
Blonde hair?
怪物がいるという証拠がそこにある。
友達。
ある日、俺のところに差出人も宛名もない真っ白な封筒の手紙が届いた。俺のことを理解してるだろう。妙に慣れ慣れしい文章に最初は腹が立った。それからその手紙は毎週。
And he understood you, right?
やつは手紙まで。ところがいつの間にかその手紙が待ち遠しくなった。あいつは本当に友達かもしれないってね。そしてある日、その手紙で呼び出されたんだ。ある屋敷の物置に行ってみろって。なんで知ってるんだろう。
How did he know?
なんであいつは俺の子供の頃を知ってるんだろう。
And who did you tell, right?
ケンプ夫人の屋敷で俺は混乱した。
Or somebody else could have told him, of course, but...
夫人が俺のお袋。
Then this is when it's...
2階に上がってケンプ夫人を。やつは手紙まで。
The demon. How many families has Johann been in?
これも。助けて。僕の中のモンスターが破裂しそうだ。
ヨハンの残したメッセージだ。
Oh, so it's literally word for word the same.
友達よ。ヨハンは実在する。
I don't know, are they? Maybe he's a ghost. A supernatural evil entity. How is Tenma's gonna get out of this one?
忙しいところすまない、ルーディ。
でっち上げだと思っていた。ヨハンなんてこの世にはいない。君が作り出した架空の人物だとね。
ルーディ、聞いてくれ。私は
ユルゲンスという連続殺人犯を研究しているんだがね、一件だけ彼の手口とは異なる犯行があったんだ。
What's about to happen here? Why did he go there anyway? Is he gonna help him escape?
天馬、君は私を軽蔑していたね。大学時代私がカンニングしているの。
I wouldn't. That's not the way Tenma is.
そうだろ。
コール警部、まずいですよ。ドクター・ギーレンと天馬は西口に向かって歩いています。
これじゃあカーニバルガイドの客に紛れ込んでしまうぞ。
確かに私は軽蔑されても仕方のない人間だ。
You despise yourself more than he does.
覚えているかい？あの時、私はここにカンニングペーパーを潜ませていた。こんな風にね。
Ooh. All right.
歩こう。
All right. So he has a change of heart.
ユルゲンスは友達の依頼でケンプ夫人を殺害したと言っていた。
And Tenma knows that mode.
これはケンプ夫人邸の物置にあったものだ。ケンプ夫人に子供はいなかった。言っていたヨハンとユルゲンスの言っていた友達は同一人物だ。
How many families, dude? How many fucking families? And why did he write her the same letters, right? Was he gaining sympathy from her?
ケンプ夫人邸にもあった。ヨハンはケンプ夫人のもとに寄生し、用がなくなった夫人を処分した。君が言うように過去を消すためかもしれない。君は無実だ。今さら偉そうなことは言えないが、私が分析したことを伝えておくよ。どうやってかはわからないが、ヨハンは殺人者の匂いを嗅ぎ取る。そして、彼らの孤独に入り込み、操ること。
He has a sense for that, right?
ヨハンには青年期に寄生した養父母を殺害したケースがまだ見当たらないということだが、
おそらく年齢的にも養父母を必要としなくなったからだと思う。
しかし他にも考えられる。ヨハンはついに理想の家族を見つけ、そこに入り込んだ。
Okay.
だが、なぜ過去を消そうとするんだ？何か理由があってなの？
Yeah, what is his plan, right?
何かの目的のためにその家族に入り込んでいるのか？
What family? What is his ideal family? I mean, it can't be Nina, right? I mean, it could be, but
スターミナルに着いたぞ。
確認しろ。何番のバスに乗るか。
maybe he's got other contacts.
追跡の準備だ。
はい。
バスのチケットを買っておいたんだ。天馬、今出頭して身の潔白を証明する道もあるぞ。
Right, he has one more ally.
私は自分の無実を晴らすためにヨハンを追ってるんじゃ。
To stop him from killing.
ありがとう、ルーディ。
天馬、君はまさか。
Yes.
ああ、そうだ。私は君を軽蔑なんかしてなかった。本当だよ。面白そうなやつだと思っていたが、いい機会がなかった。でも、やっとこれで友達になれたな。
だって、
This guy.
あの時私のカンニング行為を、確かに君は顔を上げてこっちを見て。
私もあの時、カンニングしてたんだよ。
You, what the fuck? Are you serious? Does he lie to him?
なんだと？5台のバスがほぼ同時に出発しただと。
GG police. Rip Bozo. This is how wrong you can be about the past, right? That is a beautiful shot. That is amazing. Tenma is too good for this world, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and somebody's swallowing the monster. Or maybe the monster is climbing down somebody's throat, right? And then rip them out from the inside. Oh, yes, okay. Almost like like a skinwalker or something, right? Or also like Johan instrumentalizing other people. Yeah, that is so many levels you can read that on, right? Ooh, road. Don't even need to know it because, yeah, because why would I want spoilers, right? I mean, sometimes I just do, but like sometimes I just watch the previews, but I don't care right now. All right, let's talk about it. Hey, you reached the end of the reaction video. I do hope you get to actually join join for the discussion, which is in a separate video. It's gonna be linked right here when the Patreon credits are over, or in the description down below. It's probably right underneath, or maybe even above the actual Patreon link. So go check that out. I would really appreciate if you did that. It's very important to me that you enjoy my content, of course, and if you only wanted to watch the reaction video, that's fine as well. But if you want to go out, check out the discussion video right here. See you next time.